Fast forward.
Thank you. Thank you. As a child, I had always wondered, is there a genre of music which has not yet been created? And that's what I'm here to talk about today, the future of music. You will see I'm surrounded all by instruments. You will, of course, recognize on my right the piano. And on my left, I have the future of music with the laptops, this Rolly C board. The piano has existed since the 18th century. Yet, the notes which resonate from it sing through us and into the future. And that's the beauty of music. It's timeless. Throughout all of the concerts I've performed across the whole world, every concert has been unique. Even if I perform the same piece in the same venue again and again. And why is that? Music, for me, is more than just performing a piece of music. It's a conversation a conversation between the audience and the artist, a conversation between you and I. In fact, what you had heard me perform just now, 90% of that was improvised. And it was the music which fed from your energy. Before I begin my next piece, I want to take you through the very journey that goes into each and every composition. I am one of the very few people in the world to play the style of Indian classical music on the piano. I'm going to use the F word today. Excuse me, Ted. Fusion. I grew up juxtaposed between two worlds. I was surrounded by rap, reggae, pop. Yet, at home, I was soaked in the sounds of Indian music and the sounds of resonating sitars. I knew that's the style of music I wanted to perform, but I wanted to perform onto the piano. The style of Indian classical music is microtonal. When I talk about fusion, just as a local curry house would innovatively want to cook up their own fusion dishes, I at home wanted to cook up my very own fusion music. The style of Indian music is microtonal, which means it requires notes between the notes. Let me give you an example. The piano is a fixed tuned instrument, so it will only allow me to play up to 12 notes. Whereas the music I was interested in required notes between the notes. Can you hear the difference? As a child, I wanted to take the risk to play a style of music which had never been explored on this instrument. I spent hours and hours, days and days, nights and nights, developing a technique which now identifies me. I would never have imagined that this performance style I had developed from my bedroom would take me to the grandest of concert halls around the world, including the Royal Albert Hall, the Symphony Hall, allowing me to play to audiences to over 60,000 people, and as well as that, allowing me to collaborate with all my musical icons. Just as an artist uses colors to paint his or her picture, I use the piano to make my very own musical painting. I see each note as a color, and I use the piano as a palette to paint my very own musical painting. And that's the beauty of such an instrument. I want to take you through the journey which goes into making each composition. When I walk onto stage, the first thing I will do, I will sit and I will absorb the energy's audience. And of course, allow any butterflies to settle. After I feel I understand the audience, it's important for me to use this energy to start creating my very own musical painting. Just like a good cup of tea, music needs time to brew as well. I often hear artists inspired by sounds of nature, be it the sound of rain tipping from the leaves of a tree. And I realize that just as nature has its very own tempo, so do we. Our hearts all beat at a different pace. Mine probably slightly a little faster standing this side of the stage today. I want to use my heartbeat today to set the tempo for the next piece I'm going to play. My heart is currently beating at a pace like this. Earlier, before walking onto stage, I'd recorded my heartbeat. And I'll play this back just to show you the tempo that I'll be setting the pace for today's next piece of music. What I will do next, I will play a chord sequence and use this as a musical canvas to create the music that I want to perform next. And I will start to add layers and layers of sounds. I will then use the piano as my medium of expression to express the music which is going through my mind. I will then move on to the keyboards around me to translate this using sounds from the future of music. So I've looped this earlier. This, ladies and gentlemen, is music from our hearts, medicine for our minds. Thank you.
Fast forward.